there are certain hacks that do work. There are certain things that whenever you execute on those things, you'll get farther. But until you just start executing on something, you can't even test it. Nobody was that we were around was really experiencing like this terrific amount of success in an open house, for example. We started doing the strategies and putting them in place that he uses for open houses.
Yeah.
I remember the first one was a house over on Janeway, and
that's in Moore, right?
Yeah, in Moore. It was like a $125,000 house or $135,000 house, and we had over 100 people walk through the door. And I remember like everybody at our brokerage at the time just freaked out.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no way that's true.
Oh yeah.
And like nobody knew, like, what? And then we repeat it like within the month on Canton Drive.
Yep.
And it's like you finally start to get a little bit of traction with something like that, where you're like, okay, how do we max out an open house? How do we actually like make an open house as big as it possibly can be? And suddenly it's like, because it's this basic thing, everybody talks about, do an open house, you'll get some business. No, like we blew it up and got business because we were modeling what this guy was doing. Similar kind of thing, we started doing this Facebook posting stuff where we post houses on Facebook, and most people who know us in real estate met us on Facebook. Like it's just a huge number of people who are connected to that. And basically like followed his model for that. And suddenly just start getting like tons of hits on our website, tons of Facebook messages, getting in
tons of interactions with people.
Like learning that like, okay, texting is actually a big way to do it instead of like, even
you brought that up.
Just cold calls or like something or whatever.
Tom Ferry had mentioned that. It's the kind of thing where it's in terms of, where do you look? It's just like, well, I think you kind of have to go into all these different directions.
Right.
Like just leave no stone unturned.
You've got to try so many different things.
Yeah.
But
many of them will not work, but
many of them will not work. And it's building the discernment to know when it's not working, being honest about when it's not working, being willing to kill your favorite idea, Maven Mondays.
Sure.
Favorite idea ever.
Totally.
Resurrected from the dead.
Kind of, in a very different way.
Yeah.
But, being willing to let those ideas go so that the good ideas can actually have the resources that they need to succeed. And so you have to, there's a certain humility that you have to walk into it with, where you don't care how you build the thing, you just care that it gets built.
Right.
And having openness and like a willingness to like explore and figure out, okay, I did that thing that way, but it was very unsuccessful. What if we tried it this way?
Yes.
And also this like hope that there is a good solution to this problem out there somewhere. There are certain hacks that do work. There are certain things that whenever you execute on those things, you'll get farther. But until you just start executing on something, you can't even test it. And the building the business is about that testing, about that experimentation and figuring out, okay, well, I put this effort, these resources, this money, this time into this thing. What did I get back out of it? And maybe it's not that I have to write it off permanently, but it's not working right now, so I need to make this adjustment, make some progress over here, then maybe try it again, and like that kind of thing. And it's building out your skill set in all the different dimensions, but you have to start with an effort. There's no like sitting back and reading all the books that actually gets you prepared for that.
Yeah,
it is like so much connected to effort. There's nothing that's really going to like save you from the bleeding and the time investment. If you really want to get what is the benefits and the results and the outcomes that come from starting a business, you have to put in the work of starting a business.
Yeah.